Hello, welcome to day one of Camp NaNoWriMo. I am unprepared. Story of my life. This Camp NaNoWriMo, I am revising my April Camp NaNoWriMo novel, Project Faye. I have started the outline. It's a bit half-assed. I've started the rereads for it. It's a bit half-assed. But you know what? It is gonna have to do. I am all prepared at my desk. Woo! With my work, with my tea, my water, and my new little bunny friend. And yeah, this month we're gonna have some fun. My goal is 12 chapters, which I'm going to track on the NaNoWriMo website as 1,000 words per chapter, because word count is the only way to track now for Camp NaNoWriMo, as opposed to all the other options they had before, which is dumb. So 12,000 words, 1 month. I need to drink my tea, so let's just get started.
Some good stuff. I've started chapter 42, which is good.
Okay, I don't know how long I've been working for at this point, on and off at least for the past 4 hours, which isn't too bad. I have added a whole 300-ish words to chapter 1 so far, having deleted some. I've then, added on at least 300 words. And we are currently on page 11. We are just starting page 11. There's a couple of bits right at the beginning of the chapter and sort of near the middle of the chapter that I haven't done, because that is a lot of words that I need to add. It's not just changing stuff. I'm doing live stream later on this evening with a few co-hosts, so I'm going to save the big additions for the stream. Okay, so we have just finished chapter 14. No, we finished page 14. That is more or less the first chapter now done and revised. So a couple of bits I need to go back and add. There is this bit here, which is the new opening, which I need to write, which shouldn't take me too long. And then there's a tiny little bit here on page 7, which I need to add a sort of time skip paragraph to, but chapter 1 is done. It's done. The stream is well underway. We're joined by Sage and Kaylin. There's my work. There's my tea. I am technically 4 sentences away from finishing chapter 1, but I am going to log it anyway. It is day 2 of Camp NaNoWriMo. I haven't started my work yet this morning. It's only like 9:45. I've been procrastinating a little bit, but my aim today is to finish chapter 1, which shouldn't take me very long at all, and then I want to get at least halfway through chapter 2, I suppose. This is where we are at the moment. We are still figuring out chapter 1. I don't want to have to go into the next chapter. I'm going to do it anyway, just to see what I have not added into the actual revision. So this bit here needs to stop thinking about herself, that she's part of a group. That hasn't been added in here, so I'm going to have to go through once I finish the chapter and add all these little bits in here to the actual chapter on this side. I'm taking my revision quite seriously this time round, which I never do. I say quite seriously considering I half-assed the planning for it. But yeah, I'm gonna do this properly for me, I guess, and hopefully it will come out as a rather decent second draft. That's the hope. That's the hope. Chapter 1 is finished, and this is where I stand. I've added at least 1,000 words, because of course I have. Aww, it's asking me if I'm still watching. Yes, I'm still watching. Okay, we are done for the day. It is 9:10. We are done with chapter 2. We're done with chapter 2. Yeah, nothing more to report really, guys. It's half-assed a little bit, I'm gonna admit. So this is the situation here at the moment. Chapter 1, my word count before was 2775. It ended on 4012. The word count for chapter 2 was 2736, and we have finished on 2861. So where we've added 1200 words for chapter 1, because I had a very big bit to add for the beginning and the opening, we've only added roughly 125 for chapter 2. So I want to see, especially with these easy chapters up until 5-ish, maybe 6, where I don't have a lot to add and change, whether the word count is going to stay more or less the same based on what I'm revising. When we get to around here, 7, 8, 9, I know there's a big chunk that I'm taking out of, I think it's chapter 10. It's 5 pages I'm taking out completely and then adding something else instead. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the word counts differ depending on how much I have to revise per chapter. Speaking of actual revisions, you will notice the yellow highlights. The yellow highlights are everything that I have half-assed, that I have not input as much as I wanted to input. It's mostly inner thought stuff, which which I can't do at the moment. And then bits where I've sort of rushed it and gone through and need to expand upon or make it sound better. So I'm going through and highlighting them on purpose now, so when I go back to it I know exactly what it is I need to fix within that chapter. But like I said, as long as I've got the bare bones of the new plot and the new outline in there, then I can sort of add the detail before everything else starts. I want the badges. I didn't have them for April because obviously I wrote my novel in a week as opposed to like a month like normal people do it. But you know, we can't really do anything about that now. Hello, it's day 4 of Camp NaNoWriMo. No, it's not. Hello, it's day 5 of Camp NaNoWriMo. I don't know the days anymore. I didn't really do any work yesterday. I wasn't bothered to vlog. I wasn't bothered to do any work. I did a paragraph, I'd say, and I logged about 100 words on the NaNoWriMo website, and that's all I did. I watched the Babysitters Club instead, because why not? I don't have much time this morning to do much work either, which is a pain in the butt, so I'm gonna have to do most of it in the evening. But we are on chapter 4 and I'm on my 3rd cup of tea that I haven't finished because it keeps going cold. That one's still a decent temperature, we're fine. We are getting into the end of Act 1 now. We are heading steadily into Act 2. I still haven't touched anything in Chapter 2 regarding my yellow changes that need to be made. When I'm bothered to do that, I'm bothered to do that. But you know what? I knew my head would go, you've done your 3 chapters for the week, you don't need to do any more. And has stopped working. But I need to remind myself that the end of the week isn't Sunday in Camp NaNoWriMo time, it's Wednesday. No, not even Wednesday, it's Tuesday. So I'm not going to not do any work until Tuesday. So I want to get to at least chapter 5 by Tuesday and redoing any yellow bits that have been appearing, that I've made appear, I should say, by Tuesday is my goal. So that's 4 days, Saturday, Sunday, no it's not. So that's 4 days, Sunday, Monday, and that's not 4 days, I can't count, my god, that's 3 days. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday to do 2 chapters, which again, they're not massive changes I need to make, so hopefully it should be a little bit easier. I want as much time as possible to do the later chapters, which have more changes and big cuts and big additions than the little ones I'm currently making. So I'm gonna remember to drink my tea this time, and I want to get, before I leave the house in 15 minutes I started this vlog way too late, to get this first page done and dusted, and then yeah, I'm terrible at this. Okay, so here's my issue, sort of dilemma that I'm having in my head, is I'm reaching the end of chapter 4, and near the end of chapter 4 it goes into a little bit more of a debate with the main character Kinley before she ultimately decides to go to the human world. I'm already sort of worried that the beginning of 5 chapters is too many chapters and too many instances of me repeating, you know, and sort of showing everybody what Kinley is like as a main character before I actually get into the rest of the plot. So I'm considering cutting one of the scenes for the debate, which is, I suppose, roughly about 900 words, and just going straight from the end of chapter 4 and chapter 5 being her leaving, instead of having her debate more and then leave. The point with Kinley is that she doesn't think things through. She just does whatever pops into her head and then sort of like thinks about it or regrets it later. And I've sort of got that already with a scene change where she decides at the end of one scene she's going to stay where she is, she's got a responsibility, and then the next scene is her going off and doing the sneaking off, which is what she said she wouldn't do. And that sort of shows you how impulsive she is, and I think I can sort of get the same sort of effect if I cut out the scene in the middle and end it with a scene going, oh, when have I ever done anything stupid? And then the next scene is her going, this is stupid, and she's leaving. I think it'll work without the middle scene. But then obviously there's that worry in the back of my head, it's not going to work. It's going to go too fast, or there's not going to be enough there. So I'm debating now if I should keep it or if I should not keep it. It is day 6. It is day 6 of Camp NaNoWriMo. I did finish chapter 4 yesterday. I realised this morning that I forgot to mention it. Done, dusted, chapter 4 completed. I did end up getting rid of that scene in the end. I was just like, you know what, I'll leave it, and then if people complain it's not like long enough or it goes too fast, I can always add it back in. But it works without it, so we're going to leave it without it for now. So we have chapter 5 now to complete for my goal, I guess, for the end of the week, which would be tomorrow. I haven't done much work on it today so far, to be fair. I've only done the first, I suppose, what would be a page of the chapter. It's going to be a rather short chapter because I've cut the bit at the beginning, but oh well, it's not a massive issue.
All beds have been destroyed. Smart move. Right, I've got 8 obsidian.
I could not have been more terrible at vlogging my Camp NaNoWriMo this week if I tried. Actually, no, I could have been worse if I tried, but I tried a little bit, but I was still really bad. Sorry for this mess of a vlog. We managed 7 chapters. We are done, revised, 7 chapters. I managed to get 2 chapters revised yesterday. It's Wednesday. I'm thinking back now. I managed to get 2 chapters revised yesterday. 6 and 7 are done, and we are firmly in Act 2, and we are heading on to today, which is the 8th of July, going to go into chapter 8. We did well the first week. First week went good. It went a lot better than I expected, a lot better than I hoped. I averaged out, one chapter per week, which is a lot better than I thought personally that I would do. I was very productive. And also they didn't have much to change, so there we go. So yeah, I'm going to get on with chapter 8, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.